we're back. Welcome back to another lovely Tier 2 race here in House of Racing. Me and Reese sit again on comms, and we're here for the first dry race of the season. Not that it's any break for the drivers, because it's still an absolute ball-like drive around the twists and turns of Saudi.
Oh yeah, if anything, I think this might be worse, actually.
Oh, Kookaburra's just invalidated his first run. First man setting a time, but time that he sets won't be valid, so we might as well flick back to the impressive Mercedes from round one. I mean, both of them were impressive. Just looking through, we've obviously got two returning faces that we didn't see last week in the form of both full-time Visa Cash App RB drivers, Jono and Kookaburra. Jono just unavailable last week, Kookaburra serving a race ban following on from the back end of season 6. And then Kurabod's back in the Ferrari. He's not full-time at Ferrari, just reserving this week in that seat, so you can see what he does as well. Although he's relatively new to the game, I believe.
Ban as well too.
Yeah, and yeah, quali ban as well. But apart from that, most of the drivers that we saw last time out, really. And Bozza, who's a second driver in the kick, he's racing today, so we can see what he does alongside race winner from the opening round, Mighty Boo. So we can see if he gets a decent result on the back of his debut race and maiden win. So Kookaburra's darted all the way to the line. We'll go to...
He's going to be first to cross, although he invalidated his lap, I think.
Yeah, so it's...
so it should be the mark first, actually.
Mr. Luper's, he's already flashing, so has he just gone out straight for a 5kg run immediately?
Oh, that's it. Unless, I don't know if that shows if you're fueled up to do another run after. So it'd be interesting to see what you can say after that. It's a solid starting point.
28.4 first lap, yeah. So I imagine, yeah, he's just chucked all the fuel out the car and just gone for a push lap immediately, which, honestly, if he's been practicing beforehand and he's warmed up, you know, fair play.
I mean, Robert's doing the exact same as well, obviously.
28.4.
28.4.
Very impressive, yeah, from both of them. I mean, they've both within the same time, really. And Boz, at first time, gets a 30 flat. Mighty Boo just starting his time, then we've got Shock across the line on a 28.5.
Huge champion starting the time.
Has crossed the line now.
Josh's, yeah, so 29.2.
Turbos now to the line as well. Slightly slower than expected, 31.2. Luckily for this week as well, for those who are interested in the minimap, they finally fixed the dots as well, so we're not going to have the same issues of who's who. We can see who's Ferrari, and then they've also got a difference between the RB and the Red Bulls. Kubo's retired.
So Snell's lap as well, I noticed he's immediately on another push lap now, so that's why it was 31.
I did notice he started it with only 73% ERS, so he might be a bit short. I mean, he's on 60% now, so he might be okay. Obviously saved a bit down the main straight then rather than burning it, so we'll follow him around and see what he can do. 10 laps.
It's the other conversation, isn't it, where you even use it and it's the best to get out of it. I still think no one's really found out the option yet.
Yeah, I think it's still so early in the game cycle and league racing that people are still finding their feet in terms of what they actually do with battery usage, especially in quali. Oh, block there from one of that. Is that Bailey? Yeah, really bad impediment there from Bailey. So if that gets reported, that will be a pen, because he's literally sat on the racing line coming into sector 3. So
Mighty Boo totally reasonable fall, 28.2.
2 tenths on the two Mercedes drivers, and Lucas Champion was on the time but chooses to bring it into the box. Oh, Kurabot's in the chat saying that he's going to win the championship that he got stolen from him last season. Oh, these bold words.
Oh, if he's in the chat, it'd be interesting to know if he's racing controller or wheel in the end. Because obviously he was trying to learn wheel, but I don't know what he's ended up doing.
Yeah, that's a fair comment if you heard that, Kurboy. Wheel or controller? If you dipped back to controller for now while you still get to grips with the wheel, are you up to speed on the wheel now? Yeah, Kurboy's saying he got robbed of the title last season. I feel like he's more on about season 5, where it was the final race rather than... Oh, but that was just the race itself, though, wasn't the race win. In terms of the overall championship, I don't think it was necessarily stolen. who's on times. Chesney is on time, but he's massively down on his delta time.
Oh, he's on 100% ERS though, so I was thinking it's I don't know, he's a bit of fuel.
Yeah. And he comes back.
And Bosnia and Varga, still not used to sector again.
Turbos now is low on fuel as well, so back into the box he goes, yet to obviously set a representative time after getting blocked by the Hasman.
Mighty Boo then was fueled up for 2 laps, so he hasn't put it in between the last one, so he took the original pole with enough fuel in to go again.
Yeah, I'm bored with him through the S's. See what he does in comparison to his Delta. Chooses to downshift there through the S's, so it's interesting to see what drivers opt to do. Whether they want to hold that and stick or drop.
He has the downshift very long as well. It was one of those I feel like on the exit he could have geared up quite a lot quicker.
And he's up massively as well.
Yeah.
Whether that Delta is correct, but I mean this is going to put him in the 27s. Or he touches them, or sent him slightly onto the curve. I mean, he should still be up on his Delta, but I'm expecting it to have taken a big hit. We'll see what it looks like as he comes into Sector 3. Oh, he's actually still up. He's finding 5:10. This is going to put him, he's on now for 27.7, which is very impressive. It'd be hard to beat if he follows through and he sets this time. In between the Mercedes cars right now who are on an outlap, but on board with the race 1 winner to see what he can put in this lap. To the line, does he keep the time? Just 27.8, 4:10, very, very solid time for Mighty Boo.
It's going to be Jono up to the line next, but I don't think it's going to be a great time because he's held back a lot of ERS.
He's still got 40%. 28.3 still,
that, but yeah, 28.3 with holding back ERS.
Phase out puts it.
Oh, Phase out.
27.6 from Phase out. I mean, he said it was his home Grand Prix and he's trying to push for it for something, but I don't know if anyone saw that coming. 27.6, very, very solid lap on Phase out.
I'm interested to see what Jono can do later in the session as well, because he's held back so much ERS there that surely he's held back a lot of pace.
I mean, he's got, what, how much did he end on? 30%
like
coming around?
40%, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Something at that point, yeah. If he used that in Sector 3, you'd expect him to be in the money for at least to be closer to his teammate there in 3rd. On board with Lucas Champion as well, but only car yet to set a time. Down there with Kurabol, who obviously isn't taking part in qualifying due to his quali ban. Ooh, turns in slightly too early though at the final corner. Is he in the pits? No, he's finishing this lap. 28, 29. Pits at 16 to the 29.4, so still time to find for the multi-race winner in Tier 3.
Or the Merc jump up super.
Then we've got Robert as well. Unproven as well, so yeah, Robert, we can see what he does. He uses up all his ERS compared to Jono, so we'll see what this puts him, moves him up to P4. Very impressive again from the Romanians, showing what they did in the rain was not a one-off, and that they have got pace in the dry as well, and through the twists and turns of Saudi. McLaren coming to the line now as well. Troy goes up to P9 with that time. And Aston
might show them what we had last week then.
Hopefully. We pray. We pray for Troy. Who else have we got coming to the line? All coming into the pits, I believe, there, aren't they? And Boz is just starting his...
5 for now.
Shocker's on the time as well. And he's down half a second in the first sector, so... I think he's already bailed, actually, because his ERS is going up,
yeah,
so...
he's on so much ERS.
Still on hot lap, though, so if he isn't using it, might as well just switch it down and go again.
No, he's just not fueled and just going to get back.
Yeah. Luke's champion into the box, same with
Mercedes.
Yeah, we're on board with Turbo Snarl. Obviously, hasn't set a representative time yet, really, after being impeded on his first double run. He's a 10th down, actually, in Sector 1.
It's one of these, it's very tough to tell because it's like, how much ERS are they using about it the last time? So it's like, you might show a 10th down, but you might very easily have that in it. Seems quite clean through there as well.
Yeah, very clean. We flick towards the end of this to see N Bozza as well, who's just up ahead of him. Oh, he's actually pulled to the side, so not improving clearly. Yeah, so Tupisa's knocked a bit of time off it, but he's still down on his delta. Just whether he's got anything to show for in these final couple of corners. 10th place right now. 10th behind Shocker in P9, so can he move up the rankings? He's down on the delta in sector 1 and 2.
Bit of a moan out the final corner as well. And
I
was going to go up to the line.
Improve, yeah. So finds plenty of time in the middle sector. Troy's saying in the chat that he's got a purple middle sector as well, so still time to find for Troy if he's got an impressive middle sector, just needs to hook it up in the other two. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on both of the McLaren boys actually. We were down at 11th and 12th, so it's still time to find for them. Very quiet on track as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's two of them on out.
Come on, lad. Go on board with Gremick, because he's leading the way. I still, I don't like the new dot that they've got. I think it would have made more sense for that colour to stay the same, and they just make the RB a lighter colour. I don't think it makes sense to really. Well, they've literally swapped the colours. The RB is literally the Red Bull colour, isn't it? That the dot is literally what the Red Bull one used to be.
I think there is something at least now we can get used to.
Oh yeah, it's at least a differential between.
It's like when Haas and Ferrari were literally the same colour.
It's a red dot.
You couldn't tell who had happened.
Oh yeah, exactly. So Gremick getting ready to start his time. His teammate not here today, unfortunately. So he's got Shocker sitting in for him instead. But Shocker putting in a decent job. P10 currently. Down into turn 1.
That but runs wide on the exit.
Yeah.
Thought it could have had it in there, but I suppose you lose time doing that.
Yeah, and he's wide again at turn 3 or 4, whichever you want to call it. So I think he's going to be down here. I don't know if he wants to save and go again. He's got the fuel to do so because he's not flashing at the start of this lap, so he's clearly fueled up for another run after this. He's actually up after all that.
Yeah. Quite a safe lap though to begin with.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has then just thought he's got more pace than after the lap goes on, because certainly step 1. Oh, I think he's backed off, yeah. That's all.
Might be the right decision actually. So we can go again.
I think we can just commit to sector 1 so much more than we did then. So what, Jono's on the lap now then?
Yeah. Perfect, Jono.
He's just over a 10th up already. I think it's almost 2 tenths up.
Lots of his ERS still saved as well. 75%. Can he nail this? Probably the hardest corner around the track. Does it nicely. Keeps it out the wall as well on the exit. Now what's his delta looking like? If he's up in sector 1, has he made any gains going into sector 3? He has 310.
310.
Massive lag spike.
It's still similar when he's going back on 50% ERS.
He needs to burn it.
This now.
Because he's not using it. Yeah, unless he's. So I think Kookaburra said beforehand, Jono doesn't really know how to use the ERS yet, and he's losing out on so much lap time here because he's got half his battery still just sat there. He's using it out of the final corner, but it's not going to be enough really because he's choosing not to use it.
To the line for a bit, yeah. They still put it P3 to be fair to him, but you kind of look and you think
he could have had that P2.
Attempts left in that,
I mean, I don't know if he's catching phase out, but I don't really know where that phase out time came from. So kudos to him. But I think he might have had Mighty Boo if he just chose to empty his battery. Fueled up to do 2 runs as well to end things, I assume. And Boz are coming around to start his time as well. So running out of time now in terms of people setting times. We've got Troy coming out the pits, so he's the last man out. And he will get out for that last run. So final lap time's coming in now. Got Mercedes. Spinning there or just slowing down? And it's actually
might just be getting out of the way of everyone.
Mighty Boo, yeah. Ken Stella, hello. So the last cars that we've got come around then are going to be Troy, Mighty Boo. Is that Jono as well? Yeah, Jono and the Red Bull of... Who was that? Shocker. So that's your last 4 or 5 drivers. Jono's actually slowing down a lot, so I think Jono wants to be the last man because Troy's come right up to him. Yeah, Troy's going to pass him, so Jono will be the last man across the line.
Bailey's going to come off a better time here. I forgot to give hand that as the cross section 3 would be interesting to see if he can improve, which very slight improvement, but not enough to lift him up really.
Matt's in a wall as well, Matt's out. So SR Matt would be sixth at best there because he is deceased in a wall.
Oh, it's that left-hander, isn't it? That sticks out more than that's last anyway, Black Chinese. Yeah. Oh, look, his champion spins it, so it's only going to be P16 for him, which, to be honest, based on the pace that he showed last week, he must be a bit disappointed with that.
Where are they both Mercs are very close to each other, so I'm assuming this is a bit of teamwork here to give the toe. Yeah, beautiful teamwork here from the Mercedes. I think Mercy Lupu's messed up his time slightly, and he's just toned along Robert behind him. He works beautifully, locked up into the final corner, but it's not going to affect Robert's time. Toes all the way to the line. This is looking very good for the Merc guys. Where's this going to put the Mercy Lupu improves, and Robert Compagnetti does a 27.4 with that toe. Beautiful teamwork from the pair of them.
That'll be a very competitive lap even up in Tier 1.
Yeah. Lucas champion then. Oh, he's sliding across the track. I don't know what he's doing there, but that's last for him. We've got Bailey coming to the line now, who's invalidated.
Oh,
so that's him.
Invalidates.
Fourth place at best for him then. Kookaburra to the line, puts it P7. And then we switch to Chesney, who's coming to the line now, up on his Delta currently, so where can he put it? Stays 13th. Who else have we got? Mighty Boo then coming up, and then we've got Jono, who's marching up again. Rebel ahead as well. Where's Gremmick going to put it? No time. Jono's in the pits as well. Jono's done.
Yeah.
Flies in. So that's it then, yeah. Wow, surprising quali then. Some big names. At the back there with Banana, Troy, Chesney, even K1, obviously pole last week, only P9, but it's some of the new boys turning up a storm then. 3 in the top 5, Mighty Boo, Mercy Lupu, but then it's new pole then. For Robert Compagnasso, his first pole in the tier. Faisal thought he had it with a 0.6, very impressive time, but stolen away by the Merc man.
So I think it sets up for a very interesting race, because like you said, I mean, both McLarens you expect to be down there, Banana you expect to be down there, then obviously Curable is only down there for his body band, but another one you expect to be.
It's even like, the RB's doing very well in 6th and 7th, they're still right in the mix. Even someone like ASR Matt, obviously brand new to into the mix at tier 2, so you get to see where he is really in terms of the pack, so something else to keep in mind. Come on, Gremmick, get your car into the pits there. I'll push it in. There we go.
Be interesting to see how the season plays out as well, because obviously the top 5 here, then our first dry quali is 3 new drivers involved.
Yeah. So that's the one difference, obviously, looking between wet and dry, who can continue that pace across the conditions, and it looks like the Mercedes boys can. Obviously brand new into the tier, so they were coming into a solid unknown, and they are putting on a show. Great teamwork, obviously, as they know each other, so can have that element of teamwork. But yeah, Robert Compagnetti on pole with his teammate, and also an impressive P5. Faisal then in P2 in the Williams, so Williams working well as a unit. Obviously K1 pole last week, Faisal P2 this week. Turbosnell again, a very impressive qualifying, puts at P3. Mighty Boo, your race winner from last week, P4. RB's coming at 6th and 7th, Matt 8th, K1 9th, and then Shocker 10th. That's your top 10. Rebels then, they seem to be floating around that cutoff in the top 10. Obviously, how it ended last week, they were around the cutoff at the end of the top 10 as well, and it seems like they've carried that through into next week. So nice to have more competitive people floating around that top 10 region in tier 2. No, let's have a guess. How many safety cars do you think there's going to be, if any? Maybe it'll be a lovely clean race.
I'm not going to be predicting 0.
0 anyone?
We'll go 3.
Oh, 3. So that's something obviously to bear in mind. Strategy-wise, you'd expect it gets interrupted with safety cars. Oh, Costello said 4. Oh, if that's 4, I'm going to kill myself. Yeah, we'll see, because I just see what people start on, whether it's soft, mediums, or hard, because obviously the fastest strat probably is to start on the hards and go to the mediums, but that's assuming that there's no safety car at all. So 3 red lights, 4, 5, and they're out and away we go. We'll quickly flick and get the tyres on screen as well as we start. Car already in the wall at the back. I think that was Troy.
It was Troy, yeah. He's had a huge moment and dropped P20.
Robert maintains the lead then. Top 3 stays the same. Monsieur Lupu gets the jump over Mighty Boo. All nice and tidy so far. I'll flip through and just see if there's any moments further back.
Oh, there's a hat. Bailey.
Bailey will get all the way to the back.
On the inside wall. He's not took damage though by the looks of it, so maybe not.
Oh, and Chesney's off the track. Not a good start from either of the McLarens, both right towards that back. Mighty Boo as well was having a bit of a stink. He's dropped down off the start as he's trying to fight back past Kukuro, sorry. And he does so, holds back past Kukuro as he looks to make up lost ground. Look onto telemetry and see.
Someone having a huge moment. It's Kukuro. He resets the track as well. So he's going to get a penalty for that.
He's in the wall. I'll make a note of that as well. Oh, big moment as well there from... Who was that? I think that was Lucas Champion. We've only got 2 hard runners as well, being Chesney and K1. So most people choosing for that medium strat, assuming that there's going to be safety cars there, I assume.
Well, the hards can go forever, really, in this race, so it would be interesting to see what they are planning. But it's one of those, you know, I think you're risking it if there's an early safety car.
Yeah, move for the leader. Ooh, contact between Faisal and Robert Compagnasu. Turbo snow.
Deep through almost both of them now.
Goes to the undercut, yeah. And can he pull it off going into turn 3? Oh, hugs the inside. No, neither of them give up.
So bold going to try to go side by side, and they're still trying to stick it out.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Faisal goes for the gap that's not there. Oh, and contact between the pair of them. And he resets. Someone reset at the back there.
Yeah, that was Robert, I think.
Mostly Lupu gets a time pen in amongst all that. Same as Shocker. Faisal just putting his nose that the gap is always going to close there, really. So a bit unwise from him getting involved, and that's 10-second penalty or so for ASR Matt. I assume that was basically... It said a corner cut, so...
That's gaining a place. And the problem is...
So early in the race.
He's going to serve it.
Yeah.
So he can't get that removed.
All that kerfuffle...
on Chesney as well, further back with DRS.
I could say all that chaos has allowed Turbosnell to somewhat get away. He's got Kukuro within touching distance of them though, so obviously with DRS getting activated that 1 lap earlier this game, it's going to enable people to... Oh, massive moment from Mighty Boo on the final corner as well.
Chesney goes flying back in Greenwich into the final corner, but scrapes across the outside wall. But then problem is he's giving the others DRS, so... They're squeezing each other while they're almost 3 wide.
So Robert was fighting for the lead, he's down in 14th now. I'm assuming he hasn't got any damage. No, he's got his front wing still intact.
Well, Shocker takes a nick off the wall and I think he's going to get... Oh no, he's not overtaken, but the Merc has turned in on, I think that's K1. I don't think
Faisal, yeah, Faisal was ghosted, so I assume it's Esmat with another pen. Big Champion with another pen, so pens are flying in early doors here. So where's the gap? We've already got a second gap there, so a second between Matt and Banana. That's one thing, Banana's gone flying up the order. Look at position changes, Banana's up 10 positions off the start. So he's just been picking his way through the traffic, keeping it calm, avoided all that chaos, and he's done beautifully there to end up in P4, so already looking at this, 3 laps in, another very, very impressive work from the Aston Martin boys. Kookaburra up 5 places as well. Flip back to tyres. I'm assuming this is going to be a move for the lead here between the pair of them. Kookaburra going for it down into the final corner. No, he doesn't actually, just chooses to back off.
It's because he knows he's going to be the one to get DRS thing, because that's the DRS detection point in there after the final corner. So that said, I think there's a moment might cost him here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, he's gaining easily enough. Yeah, gets moved on into turn 1.
Through he goes. Matt's
So he's
within.
going to come back at him already.
Oh, again, do these pair want to go side by side? Oh, contact between them. Turbos now just gets squeezed into the wall there. Bailey's in the pits, and he's retired in the pits. Big moment from Turbos now as well, whether that was lag or not, but it's all over the place on my screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Banana was another one that went off track for me, yeah. But again, I don't know if that was lag. Curable was round again. I don't know what's happened, whether or not he's been involved in summer or just lost it.
John as well having a very painful race at the back, isn't it? 6 seconds back. And then even the two,
as well.
even both of the McLarens, you know, so considering they're the reigning Constructors Champions, they're not looking that strong today, which is quite painful for them. Flicking through the order, so there's a break then between the 9th and 10th as well, between K1 and Lucas Champion. K1 is that break in the bottle.
And I'm going to get an excellent exit onto the straight. But, well, actually, he ended up dropping back a bit, so whether or not he's running high wings or very stuck with medium. Yeah, that's what it might be. Well, the others are almost going to go through, not quite.
Yeah,
side by side with Mighty Boo and Turbos now they come together. But
Banana sweeping in to try
I
and.
was going to say it, that was Bananas straight through.
Might be a good teamwork from the pair of them. He goes deep then at turn 3 there. Ooh, slight contact between him and Mighty Boo, but almost good teamwork from the Aston Martin boys. So jockey him into turn 2 and allow Banana just to slide past him as Turbos. Oh, someone's in the wall back there. Shocker's in the wall. Have we got a safety car for that? I don't know if he's like, surely he's like, oh, car massively in the wall back there. Chesney straight lines through the S's. I don't know how he ended up in the wall there. He went flying off into the wall. Missed part of his wing, so that's Shocker and Chesney both with wing damage then. So both preying on a safety car then, otherwise their race is almost done already.
I wonder if he's caught the curve into the S section that just...
It was very weird how Chesney did it because...
I wasn't on board to see where it hit, but...
Chesney was going into the wall on the final left, well, the right before that left in the S's, and he went all the way off and to the right. So I don't know how he's ended up doing that. It's not like he rode the curb and he did what Mick Schumacher did. That's what Shocker did. He did his best Schumacher impression. But in terms of what Chesney did, I literally have no idea how that's happened.
I don't know what's happening, but the Merc and the Ferrari keep swapping places for some reason. It's causing a bit of chaos while it goes green already.
I was going to say,
sure he's going to be the one to massively benefit from it. Just drive
he's gone flying past about 4 people, yeah. Yeah, so that's Shocker surely in the pits. No, it's not. Shocker's not in the pits. Chesney is. Shocker then choosing to stay out, which is a bit of a bold call considering he's missing half his car. All contact between the pair of them.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely cleaned out by Shocker. What's that Shocker? Corner cut.
I think that was Shocker must have missed his break point in the wing down. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
bold
like
to stay out here as well because
it's so.
You do expect the safety car eventually. You don't want to crash out by going quicker under the damaged car.
Big gaps open up through the pack though. But you've had a couple of squabbles. Mercelupu's now 4.3 behind K1. As both the Williams having a strong race and running well deep within the points. Turbosnell's trying to fight it back into DRS range then of the front 4. I'll get the pens up as well to see. So big pens already. Obviously Matt's on 13. Same with Robert Compagnes on 10. The rest have got track limits that have got them up to that margin. But very close battle for the win here already. Top 4 becoming isolated, separating from
Oh, if you've been overtaken to the lead here, but on around the outside in
Oh,
the
contact between the pair.
catches the ball and might be good at the back. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was. Matt followed them through after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got several places in it.
Up into P4 ahead of Cookrow. He looks for a move all sideways from Turbosnell through turn 1 and 2. But lovely switch back there from Cookrow if he can hold this on the outside going into turn 3. He does it. Turbosnell just slotting in behind him, following him through. Back into P5 he goes.
Yeah, I think that's what you want to see. Is just back out there. You don't want to be going side by side into there before early.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep it nice and tidy, lads. Plenty of the race still to go. Turbosnell gets the 3 seconds as well. Chesney's 11 seconds off the back. Big gaps towards the back then, so Kurabod's 13 off the back. Emboz is just on the tail of him, and then Chesney then 25 seconds off the back of the actual pack, which is
sort of painful for him because he started on the hard, so he's had to go to mediums, and probably the mediums probably will see him to the end, but the hard would have very easily done it in the next preferred tires.
Yeah.
Mighty Boo's getting very, very close to potentially look for an overtake at the lead. He almost got 100% ERS as well.
Yeah, Banana down on 50.
DRS, so I'm not even going to want to do it before the final turn.
Boz is in the wall at the back. No damage, I don't think, though. Look how close it is to the front. You've got a 5-way fight for the win. This could be a very, very nice race.
Mighty Boo's got himself in a nice situation here, though. He's going to take the lead, and he's going to have plenty of ERS to see if he can try and break away. But again, though, I mean, like you say, it's all 5 of them up here really close in on each other.
Kookaburra's just a bit of ground there, but yeah, front 3 swapping. Obviously, Banana then dropped down to 2, dropped 2 places. Consuela said our safety cars off. I don't think they are. I'm pretty sure we checked going in.
No, we had a VSC, so that wouldn't have triggered if they were off.
Robert gets 3 seconds as well.
Plays out as well, the next one.
So we're hitting that point now where, yeah, those warnings are just starting to come a cropper. Big gaps around the top 10 though. 3.1 between Faisal and Monsieur Lupu, 2.4 between him and Gremic. Oh, and just ahead, Banana makes a mistake there and the exit clips the wall, goes deep. But it's just this battle for the win. I'm assuming, yeah, Shocker's just come into the pits as well in amongst all that.
No, he hasn't. He's pushed on. Either that, or if he did come in, then he's not changed his wing.
Oh yeah, my screen's glitched now. Yeah, it says he's on 0 lap old hards.
Yeah, it did say he stopped, so it just didn't do his wing change.
Oh yeah. So he
takes the lead. I was wondering then if he just genuinely lost all that time.
Yeah, I was going to say. Has he still got half his wing? Yeah, so Matt's into the lead and he's gapping away. The one thing that's going to hamper him is this penalty, which is going to be interesting to see how much he has to serve in the pits as Mighty be back down inside. Contact between the pair, causing Matt to slightly have to cut that corner. I thought we were going to try and go 3 wide then into turn 3 as Banana tries to get involved on the outside. Oh, contact between the pair, they're both in the wall.
Into the wall. Yeah, both losing front wing.
They need a safety car, they've got a VSC.
Virtual safety car.
I don't understand why people are trying to go side by side through one of the tightest corners in the whole of the calendar. They just need to have.
The problem they had there was they were way too close to almost have one pull out.
Yeah.
It was almost they just really squeezed each other too tight towards the wall.
Yeah. I mean, literally, that's what caused the crashes. Matt got squeezed in the inside, ricocheted off the wall, and then into the path Banana where they both got collected. It's like people trying to go side by side through Castle at Azerbaijan. You know, it's just. They're only 9 laps into the race. You just have to think long term. That's both of them will have to come into the pit. So Aston Martin's weekend's falling apart already. That's going to send him back with back to 14th, I assume, in that battle down there with Chesney, Kurabold, in amongst all those lads.
Be interesting to see what the doubt is like at the moment, because obviously suddenly showing a 2-second gap up top. So has Mighty Boo just looked out a bit here? And it's now down to about a second, but is he going to have broke DRS from this VSC?
That would be big if he does, yeah. I mean, it just depends when it ends. Obviously, we're not aware of that. Oh, there it goes.
Shocker.
Who else has got one? I saw 2 pop up. They flick through it. Someone else definitely got one.
It's only showing Shocker.
Just Shocker for now, that's fair enough. painful for Shocker there because he's already 6 seconds off the back of this pack towards the back. So, I mean, you look at the these 4 cars towards that back. I mean, Mighty Boo and Kookaburra aren't a million miles away from lapping these guys. So if Shocker has to serve, well, he will have to serve this drive-through. He might get lapped. Kookaburra's in the wall. Kookaburra's caught the inside wall.
Car.
Oh no, he's the first cropper then of the inside wall, I assume, unless he's just spun on the exit. But Kookaburra's out.
Yeah, I think that must be the inside wall.
I think, but he's tucked in past that though. If he's smashed his wheel off, you'd think he'd be in the wall, just like parallel to the track.
I suppose. Yeah.
But I think he might have just whipped it round on the exit. It's very painful for the Ewoks. Ewoks are going for a tier 1 win, a tier 2 win, not tier 1.
Yeah, it's
all just gone down here. Wow, safety car, that's absolutely
might get another couple of drive-throughs ourselves, but we're lucky.
So in all that then, Matt came into the pits. So what is he, so he served that 10-second penalty, so that's big for him.
Has it served 10 or has it served 5?
Served 10, isn't he? He's got 3 seconds, so he did have 13, didn't he, I think? Robert Compagnetti served his 10 as well for that corner cut. So
but
that's
in a way
big for them.
because they've done it before. That must have come in sort of before the safety car.
Yeah, so he must have missed all that, really.
Yeah. So it saves Shocker then, who's looking set to be lapped. The problem is, has it saved him? Because he's just going through the pit lane now. I assume that might have been his wing thing. He wouldn't be able to kill his drive through then, would he?
No. So Shocker's really missed that. Well, I mean, I guess he didn't really have the opportunity to do it, did he?
No.
But in come the leaders then. Stupid graphics not even showing me that people are in the pits. Yeah, nice one, game. So
everyone's decided to come in.
Yeah, I assume they'll all be in. There's no reason for them not to be in unless it's slightly further down, maybe. I mean, Banana won't. Oh, Banana isn't in the pits. The Lucas Champion's only just came pitted for the hard, so through he goes. Going to make a couple of positions.
Going to mediums then, you assume. But it's very odd, like we said, to...
John's
it's a wing change. That's why Banana's back in.
Oh, was that John? It looked like John was going on softs there. I swear that's softs, unless the graphic is wrong. No, he does have hard, so I was about to lambast him there. Yeah, Kurabo then 2 lap on his hards. Is he going to be able to jump Banana? We'll wait and see. No, Banana holds off that position for now. Top position for him. So K1 is the only one that's slightly out of sync here. He's stayed on. Well, he's gone into the mediums, obviously because he started on the hard. So slightly missing a trick there. But I mean, you can get to the end on these mediums. But slightly.
Yeah, this is just the ideal time for the hard, though, isn't it? It's when you normally put.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit early for him really because he has to extend the mediums a bit longer than he wanted to do because you probably want to do what 11-12 laps on the mediums. But I mean, it's realistic. He's going to get 1 more 2 more laps running behind the safety car to get away with it.
You never know though. It might help him out if there's another safety car later on. It might be his mediums and before they've died off. Before everyone's switching hard anyway. That's about the soft speed and anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, John is just in the chat. P10 painful race so far. I mean, at least he's back with the pack, so the race has almost restarted for a lot of people because some people were almost praying for a safety car to come out because their race was done and dusted at the back. 20 seconds off the back of the pack.
Even then, he said he's P10 there, going painful, but he's now in a situation. Everyone bunched back together, and 6 of the drivers ahead of him with penalties.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, someone's smashed behind someone in the safety car. Lucas Champion's been rear-ended.
Round, yeah.
Where was Lucas? I think Gremick. Has anyone got wing damage up here? Someone's fully just pinged him round. Oh, Cook's in the chat. Yeah, that was painful. I'm assuming you just caught the inside wall.
Yeah, turned into
That's what it looks like.
We got desperate for DRM. what you said.
Constella doing God's work with the FIA as well, I see. Clipping the resets, that's beautiful. Well, we haven't made note of them, but that just makes it a lot easier to have a look.
Oh, I thought I was going to be banana at the back of the Hassan then in the safety car. But it beat me, made contact.
So Mighty Boo yet again then is looking in a lovely position to get back-to-back wins to start the season off. All three closest cars to him have got penalties. Even at SMAT, he was looking like he was going to be in the fight for the win, down in 10th now and with the penalty, so you'd expect him to be somewhat ruled out for now anyway. Obviously, you know, still more than half the race to go, so who knows what can change from this point forward.
So very nice and Mighty Boo then in the lead with 3 cars behind him, all with penalties.
That's what I mean, yeah, so but even if he doesn't drop these people, safety car in this lap, he's in for, you know, he's got the best potential scenario going for him. It's just what happens with Gremic and K1, whether they can clear any people ahead with penalties and get involved in the scrap with Mighty Boo. Safety car then just about coming into the pits as Mighty Boo leads them very slow into the final corner.
It's almost coming to a stop.
I was going to say, when does he go? He's gone, I think, already, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the final corner. Cool. Who was that? Gremix. Really caught napping there, 1.5 seconds behind. Yeah, even front 3 really have gone. Mercy Lupo caught slightly lacking as well. Turbos now gets a 3-second penalty again, cutting that inside curb at turn 1. So that's 6 seconds now for him. So even better for Mighty Boo. He's keeping it nice and clean so far. I don't know if it's worth checking the warnings and stuff as well, just to have a see what F1 Kid saying how F1 Kid said in the chat, how are people getting pens as Jeddah? I mean, to be fair, Jeddah, I think Jeddah's one of the easiest tracks to get pens at, especially through the S's. Just all it takes is running slightly wide, and then before you, or even turn 1 and turn 2, considering how much curve you have to take on this game to get the optimal line.
Mighty Boo's showing 3 warnings. One of those is a collision, one the other 2.
If he's on 2.
Mighty Boo, yeah, he's on 2 actual track limit warnings,
no.
so he's 1 away from the 3 seconds of Sal.
Okay, so yeah, so he's not completely scot-free then, because he's on the verge then of joining several of the cars behind him. On a 3-second, obviously Turbos now's on 6, so slight deficit for that. The gap's still there, 1.5 between the front 3 and Lupu.
So Xavier says surely K1 wins, but I actually think K1 is, without another safety car, I think he's on the worst strategy. I think hard's the quickest to the end from here.
And he's lost the, you know, he's not with the front train.
But he's going to need to push on early now if he can sort of catch back up with them. Well, Service now takes the lead as well.
So, I mean, still very early in this race, but he needs to just leg it if he wants to stand a chance of winning, and just hope that Mighty Boo gets penalties. Lucas Champion picks up another 3-second penalty further back. Move as well between ASR Matt and Lucas Champion, who goes through another position then. Oh, Kurbo's gone deep then through the S's. And Bozza all over the back of him as he goes slightly wide then, probably picked up a warning for that as well.
I think he's lucky because Bozza caught the curve slightly behind, which gave him this room just to be able to cut straight back in without it needing to even be close to a dangerous region.
So I just quickly checked as well, I missed that Shocker's obviously gone in and served his drive-through. So he's only 13 off the back, so it's not completely over for Shocker, but you will obviously need another safety car to get dragged in. But at least he's on the lead lap. That's the one thing, because it looked like at one point he was going to be lapped, so somewhat saved in that degree. So see what happens. Turbos now has pulled a decent gap out in front, but not enough to break the DRS yet, as Faisal then sticking with Mighty Boo into the final corner.
So it'd be interesting to see now how powerful this DRS is, because is he just immediately going to get drawn right back in?
Yeah.
So
It's
Mighty
interesting.
Boo stayed on medium VRS deployment the entire time, so he knows it's just going to jug him along and be able to recharge this now.
I was going to say, yeah, so Faisal as well sat on medium, and he's on a full battery compared to Turbosnell, who's got half it still to
someone's
go.
round, that's ASR Matt into turn 1. And there's a bit of wing that's come off of someone.
Both Ferraris are
ASR
off.
Matt.
Yeah, both Ferraris are on the wall on the exit of turn 2. Who was that with damage? Lucas Champion then with damage, missing part of his wing. So, teammates, I know it's only a reserve teammate, but teammates are not getting on.
I'm trying to see if someone else is damaged as well, because I thought I saw a bit of front wing at turn 1.
So Troy's benefited from that, and he's on the brink of the points, but he obviously has got a penalty. Chesney up to P9 on those mediums. And then we flick up 5.7 seconds up to this fire.
The lead then. Yeah, Mighty Boo's going to get the overtake down into sector 3. It's very early on the lap though.
Yeah, because obviously that's given DRS then back to Turbosell, and then Faisal sat behind as well, who will equally get towed along.
But I guess Mighty Boo's going to get overtaken into the final corner and get DRS for the main straight, and then have sector 1 put away.
Yeah. Banana gets a 3 second then. Where's Banana? Down in 14th right now after picking up that damage. So is Mighty Boob going to go for the move? He does, down into turn 1. Makes it stick as well. Turbosell trying to go for a little switchback there, I think. And he's going for it. Whether he gets squeezed, somehow Mighty Boob keeps it out of the wall. Faisal's just in a good position here in this race, isn't he? He's sat there. Lucas Champion's in the pits, yeah. Faisal's just keeping it nice and tidy, just almost watching the two scrap it out for the win. Knowing that all he has to do is, keep it tidy and just hope that, firstly Mighty Boo picks up one more warning that takes him over that threshold and gives him a 3 second pen.
John's managed to get a few overtakes done though since the safety car's come in. He's up to 6 and still penalty free. K1's also obviously, he's catching the back of him, is it back in the BLM?
Yeah. I was going to say,
he's penalty free.
And he was 1.4 off the back, so them having a little squabble through sector 1 has enabled him to catch in, and he had DRS then, so more purple sector 2, so he's really been giving it gung-ho through sector 2 to try and draw himself back in, and he's done so. So we've now got a 4-way fight for the lead. Well, K1 and Mighty Boo both looking the best one. There's team orders going on back there as well. Faisal letting K1 through. So that's very interesting. Obviously, Faisal realising that with the pen, K1's the best shot for the win, maybe? But yeah, bold move there, so good teamwork.
Unless it's just a case of go use his mediums before they die off and just use that.
Either way, good team orders, and that's the Mercedes then 5th and 6th. Big gap between them though, 2.6 seconds as Robert Kumpanassi gets back past Jono. We're very close to the wall there. But who's your money on winning this race now? We got 8 laps left. Chesney with the 3
think
seconds.
it's tough to look past Mighty Boo, I think, being on the right strategy and still penalty free.
And he's currently leading as well, so
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what happens with K1. If K1 makes a move on track and he just gets his car positioned ahead of Mighty Boo, that just throws another curveball into the equation.
Because we've seen it's so easy to get the overtake done here. It's, I think really he needs to get through and almost just hope for a safety car and everyone reset and go to the
Yeah.
Just get back on the same strategy as I was in.
So Tippis now holds the lead, but DRS is now activated once again. As Mighty Boo closes, going into the final corner, what does he choose to do? Stays behind. So this is it's looking like it's going to be another big points haul for the Williams boys. It's at 3rd and 4th, even the Mercedes, 5th and 6th, although they have got pens, but look how much of the grid have got pens. 3 people are penless, all the rest have at least have a 3 second to their name. So John, like you said, John is sitting relatively nice here, although at the moment he's only going to gain that 1 place to the lead in Mercedes.
That's big though there, getting the overtake done on Robert. He just needs to somehow find a way to cut away, which we're seeing everyone struggling.
Oh, yellow flag at the back. Oh, you've got to be choice round, yeah. Oh, is it been a... Oh, no.
Together at turn 1.
No, not again. Well, yeah, 13th and 14th.
Going, Chesney's got more damage, and Troy I don't think he's carrying damage, but...
It's been a stinker for these lads. I do feel for them because it's... I mean, Chesney specifically, he's been in the wars multiple times this race. So to have to come in again with damage, I mean... Mashaka's licking his lips, 2 easy positions, but Bromo coming up. Although Troy looks like he won't be in the pits. So K1 then...
this thing, yeah, he gets the lead done, the overtake done for the effective lead after Service Snail's penalty. Service Snail's broke away.
I was going to say, I don't know what we've missed here. Just going away to the McLaren lads, we've missed Turbis now leg it up the roads, and these guys are squapping it. It's 3 wide going into the final corner. Yeah. Honestly, they need to work together because they're in a situation now where they're going to lose themselves the win because Tibbs now is going to break away from that 3-second gap.
Well, he needs to make 6.
Oh yeah, he's got 6. I keep forgetting he's got 6.
But still, though, if they scrap like this, I mean, he's already suddenly just 2 seconds up the road from something.
So Sezoy said that he that Mighty went over the big curve in Sector 1, so I'm assuming he's lost a bit of time, and then naturally, because he was in second, held the rest up. Bit of curve there from Faisal, but he's already eked 3/10 back on Turbis now. So Faisal's carrying some serious pace this weekend as well. So it's nice to see him back at the front because we know he's got some pace of him. Just race weekends never seem to work out in his favour. Something worth saying in amongst all this: Mercia Lupu has just got into DRS as well. So quietly he's been going on about his business, and he's then just on that verge of getting within that train. When he's in DRS now.
Even Jono's now really not too far back. He's still got a bit of work to do. But if they're fighting, he really...
Look at
Turbo Snail must have at the moment. Look at that.
I was just about to say, yeah, Faisal now back within DRS, and the train is once again alive. I mean, Mighty Boo's getting dropped in. Both the people without pens are on the verge of DRS. I mean, Mighty Boo will get DRS. Just about. Same with K1 behind, and then Mercer Lupu, yeah, he's in the DRS train.
So the back end buzzer got moved done into the first corner of Sector 3. The chicane there.
So Faisal into the lead.
Place to go for it.
Jono squeezing the Mercedes into the wall there.
He's completely gone into the Red Bull there as well.
Very aggressive from Jono.
It's a yellow flag. If someone caught the inside wall, it's Faisal's round, and he took wing damage.
Oh, and then Jono squeezed.
Red Bull gone round as well. It seems.
Yeah, Jono squeezed Grummick. They tried to go once again. 2 cars tried to go side by side through turn 3. Never going to work. And that's Grummick down to 9th, Faisal down to 7th. So, I mean, with the pen, it was going to be hard for Faisal to win, but that's a kick in the teeth for him. 5 laps left. I don't know if he just stays out now, because there's no point pitting now with that. You're going to go flying down the order. You might as well try and just firm something.
If Jono's at fault, he's only got himself to blame, obviously, for it, but that's somewhat painful for him, because he was going to look to go penalty free. Now suddenly he could have landed himself in trouble with the FIA if it goes in.
Yeah. So Turbis now back in the lead after all that. Mighty Boo tucked in behind, and then K1 is still there, 9-lap-old mediums. It's just whether they that tie life stays. Oh, K1 missing his braking point then. It's given a sniff of an opportunity for the Mercedes of Mercia Lupu. He's got plenty of battery left, 78%. Fight for the lead, they're causing them to drain it as Mighty Boo flies back into the lead, but he's down below 20% DRS there through that. As they're all on medium mode then, so interesting to see if that continues into tier 1 as well. So Jono, 4.2 off the back of the front 4. So what's Faisal done then? Yeah, chose to stay out then, hasn't it? Which is, honestly, it's probably the smart move. How many pens have a lot of these people got?
Now ran wide down the exit. That might be another warning.
So the only 6 seconds are from Mercia Lupu and Turbosnow. So that's slightly unfortunate for the Merckman, but because he's still within those clutches of Jono.
Oh, there's another car around. It's Robert.
Oh, and he's reset the track.
Yeah.
Just fighting between Kurbold and... Oh, we've got another move for the leads again, so yeah. Just swapping in the DRS.
Sure, a 10-second penalty for gaining place second corner, but one we quite often see those dirty FAs.
K1 backs out, yeah.
Painful for him, he was really in the charge to win it.
He should be able to hop back straight back in as he's on PlayStation.
I'll send him an invite anyway, that's what I have.
Oh no, he's boxed him. The AI's boxed him. No!
Completely ruins his race.
So that's Mighty Boo, yeah, all 3 laps and then it's Mighty Boo's win. Because it's only competitor in terms of no penalties. Jono gets 3 seconds, yeah. That is violated K1. I would lose my head if I came back until I was on the edge of the points. He's outside the points. He's gone from the top 5 finish. Oh no.
I mean, he was 100% for a podium then.
Yeah. Oh, it was a P2.
On mediums as well, not even soft.
He must have used all his softs in quali then. I mean, it's Mighty Boo's win again then. Faisal picks up another 3 seconds. Everyone at the front then on the hards. Banana gets a 3 second again. Penalty ridden race this is.
Troy's into the pit, so I assume he's going to go for a fastest lap attempt going to the top.
Yeah, I guess he's already outside the point, so he's just trying something, isn't he?
Yeah.
For the record books, as we got Robert Combinasu round again. I don't know if that's another reset to track because he's facing the right way with half his wing. So
I mean, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was looking good for a podium early doors, but it's now switched. Now it's his teammate that's swooped into that position. Is the fight for the lead still going on? Mighty Boo doesn't really want to get too involved in this because he knows the win is his as he just keeps it clean.
Because I think what we're seeing is so many just simple DRS overtakes that although he keeps, going for these overtakes, there's
no real
risk
danger in it.
Yeah.
Just fair enough. K1's back, and I bet it's going to be heartbroken to see him down at 11th place. At 12th now. Now that M-Boss has just got past him.
Robert's into the pit lane now. And K1's also pitting as well.
Is that just a retire, I wonder?
Well, it's not a decision because he could have pushed on and got a point or so, I think, because of being penalty. I think it's his AI still. His AI is putting him
Oh my, why? No, surely not. Yeah, I don't understand.
I think his AI has somehow double stopped him.
K1's been absolutely violated. Who would you say your driver of the day is going into these last 2 laps? So do a quick driver of the day, Paul. Before the race finishes, who would you have as your candidate?
I think after how it's all fallen apart from it, it's tough not to give it to K1 for his general race until that point. And somewhat of a consolation for the game absolutely screwing him over.
Yeah, I think Mighty Boo's obviously in that shout because he started. Where's he started? We're looking at position gains. Up 3, so started 4th. Faisal had a good race until he clipped that wall as well, and then you can't rule out Mercer Lupu again. Very impressive drive from him.
John has another one as well. Obviously on the safety car restart, he's 10th, but it's this whole, has he got himself involved in the ticket and going to lose out from that?
Yeah, exactly. So Mighty Boo
gets a penalty. And he gives the position back, I think. I don't know what's happening there.
That was Shocker's AI. Car, yeah. So he still holds, we're going on to the penultimate lap here, and he still holds the advantage.
But he's broke DRS suddenly.
He's absolutely gone. Tiberstone's lost track here, and he might then lose his second place to Mercer Lupu then, because he's lost the DRS and he's just going to be looking over his shoulder now.
Mercer Lupu's also got 6 seconds, so you'll look coming to go all the way back to Jono with only 3 seconds, so this penalty won't cost Mighty Boo. Yeah. He's just going to be able to push on, make sure he shouldn't build up another 3 warnings.
Even if he does, he's still got that buffer, yeah. Even if he gets another 3. Very impressive from Faisal. Is Faisal still driving around with half a car as well? He is. So even with his wing missing, he's going to bring home a P5, P6. Depends what happens with ASR Matt, because he's within that 6-second window at the moment to swoop in and steal P5, so... Mercy Lupu's got so much more battery than Turbo Snell as well in this fight for P2.
I mean, you gain it so quickly here that I guess he's on to the final lap as well, so he's going to get the DRS and he's going to be able to take the lead through the rest of the lap.
Yeah, and he tries to hang it close.
It's just side by side, isn't it? Nah, it's quite easy done.
Yeah, if I was Mercy Lupo, I think I'd rather stick behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he has. He eased off there, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, first was contact with the wall, but just a bit of lag. So yeah, Mighty Boo then looks like he's going to win again, isn't he? Legged it down the road. Another impressive drive from the new driver in Tier 2. Looks like it's going to be back-to-back wins to start the season. And Mercy Lupu's looking like he's going to be able to take this P2 unless he just... I mean, look at his battery. He's got 50% more than Turbo Snell and P2, so I'm interested to see what he does here. Whether he stays behind and Turbo Snell goes deep then. Yeah, does he stay behind or does he just choose to burn it and get the overtake done?
If I'm him, I would look at his ERS, he's got 50% more or so, or even 60% more, and get it done before the final corner.
Yeah, which looks like he's doing that. Yeah, 70%. Battery's being burnt. He's going to fly past Turbo Snell, down into the final corner, round the outside. Through he goes for P2.
Yeah, it looks like it's now going to have to accept that.
Yeah, we're cut to Mighty Boo. Won last week in China.
Another moment.
Mighty Boo wins again, and then we flick to the fight for P2. And yeah, Mercy Lupu then holds out for P2. That's your front three, and then the gap then breaks to Jono. He comes home in P4. Faisal on track P5, but I think he's then going to lose that position to ASR Matt.
Chesney's going to send Bozza for the last point. They enter into sector 3 and Bozza runs slightly wide and get a warning for it, but no penalty. Doesn't get to move done then.
Banana with a 10-second unserved penalty, so Banana gets P8, and then we cut to Chesney. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be close. Yeah, not going to be close enough to nick that P9 out of Kurbold. So it's P10 for Chesney. Sole scoring McLaren today, unfortunately, and Bozza just misses out there on points. P11 for him, and then we cut to heartbroken K1, spins across the line, brings home P12, and then Troy.
It's all about fastest lap to restore a bit of pride into the race, isn't it?
Can he do it? P13, only 13 cars, only 5 out to be fair, and only one of them on track, if I'm correct in saying that. Lucas Champion, yeah, they were all in the pits apart from K1, who caught, apart from Kookaburra, who caught the inside wall. So even though there were a couple of wings getting lost here and there, only one on track, and it was someone that was in the fight for the win, so very painful. Yeah, Troy P13, I didn't see if he got the fastest lap there actually. I have to see if we go into the race classification. Didn't bring home the bacon.
It's the entire field with track limit penalties as well.
Yeah. Now, am I actually going to be able to see the race classification this week? Hopefully we do, so we can quickly run through it. But there's your podium. That Mighty Boo makes it 2 from 2 to start the season. Full points or 50 from the race itself. Couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, so the fastest lap went to K1 then.
Ah, so I guess, yeah, because he pitted again, whether it was him or his AR came in for the softs. Nice to see some new faces on the podium as well. Obviously, Turbo Snell bringing home that P3, and then Mercy Lupu bringing home his first podium in H1. Look at all the track limits, oh dear. 41 minutes taken into the race. One of the shortest races I think we've had in a while. 5 retirements at the back. But yeah, we'll quickly run through the order then. And it's Mighty Boo wins again, Mercy Lupu P2, Turbo Snell P3. Jono then, a couple of seconds back, brings home P4 in his first race of the season. ASR Matt reserving in Tier 2 for the first time, P5. Faisal unfortunate to finish P6. Gremic 7, Banana 8. Kurbold back on the grid, P9. And then Chesney rounding off the points in P10. Wow. Do you know what? As an entertaining race, I mean, I imagine some people are going to be in deep pain in the chat after. I mean, particularly K1 and Faisal, because they've missed out heavily there with the podium. But
seems a bit of fallout going on as well, so it'd be interesting to see what comes from FIA. And Troy comes into chat and said he had rear wing damage after the race, so I wonder if that was
the collision
McLaren's at war.
Yeah, yeah. Silverstone has come back to haunt them, and it's repeated itself. But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, reports are now live. I'll put the FIA message out now, and then the full classification will be up tomorrow for those interested. But yeah, onwards now within the next hour to Tier 1, so we can see what the big boys do. Some of those times at the front of Tier 2 though would be heavily competitive within Tier 1, so it's going to be interesting to see what the what it actually says.
Yeah, I certainly had sector 27.4 that was the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see how things go, and yeah, if you're interested in sticking around for Tier 1, feel free. That'd be Cezzoy and whilst on the go, taking care of you guys then. But yeah, if you're interested just in Tier 2, we've got Portugal next week, so keep an eye on that next week. I know Kookaburra is always very confident around there, so we might have a new race winner to try and break the mighty boost streak. But yeah, until then, we will catch you later.